hacking languages in any way is not real. Let's watch the ad.
There's no way I could have done this without immersion hacking.
Okay, lesson's over. Good job, day one. Immersion hacking. I know Spanish now. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. I saw an ad today. Well, it made me a little angry, to be quite honest with you. It's not uncommon for me to see language app ads on Instagram, and I saw another one today I hadn't seen before, and I just want to unpack some of it for you because I know this ad, their ad is of course going to end up in front of thousands of people, and a lot of these apps and ads about these apps certainly give the wrong ideas about language learning, how easy it is, how it works, if you can hack things. Spoiler, you can't. That's not a thing. Anyway, I'll be watching parts of the ad and I'm going to unpack why it's totally made up and really maybe give you some advice on how to steer away from apps in general that have, something to sell you, but really aren't backing it up with anything other than it looks cool or sounds neat or so-and-so said it works. But if so-and-so doesn't know anything about learning a language, that means nothing. Anyway, let's watch the ad.
I felt self-conscious speaking languages my whole life.
All right out the gate here, you'll notice this woman used immersion hacking to speak 5 languages. Emoji. Okay. Number 1, and maybe the most important point, immersion hacking. That's not a thing. Also, what she's going to talk about and what this app offers, it's not immersion. Hacking languages in any way is not real. There are things that you can do to optimize your learning, to best suit, let's say, acquisition properties of your brain, or to use things that are proven to help with vocab retention, like spaced repetition, things like that. But even those are not hacks. They're just methods. None of them are going to get you to memorize 10,000 words in 24 hours. There is no hacking, period. Let's move on.
Y aprendí español para mi trabajo. J'ai aimé Paris, appris français. 서울 방문 전 한국어를 배웠고, ho imparato italiano per la famiglia.
All right, so I can't speak for the Korean, and everything it seems to sound okay accent-wise, which is not the end of the world, but this is an ad, after all, and there's something really cool here coming up in a bit that I'd like to point out.
There's no way I could have done this without immersion hacking.
Oh my gosh, no way without the immersion hacking! How would I ever learn how did I do anything in life without immersion hacking?
This AI-powered language app lets you speak with confidence on day 1.
Okay, first of all, it's AI powered. There are already lots of options for AI. There are lots of ways that you could leverage AI to practice language right now. None of them are going to be a teacher from start to finish. None of them are the whole package. And most of them still make lots of errors. You can use them as a tool. It can fill in spots for you. It can help in some ways, but it's not everything. Also, this is an app. This is a paid app. I don't know how much it costs, but you have to pay probably monthly or an annual subscription. There are AIs that you can already talk with and ask them to correct you. Off the top of my head, and this is the one I have experience with, so I'm going to share that. You can go to Bing. You might have to change the language in Bing first, but whatever. You can go to Bing. You can talk to it in a language. Say, hey, I want to practice my English today. Will you speak with me in English and correct the errors that I make? Even if you wanted the error correction, you don't have to. You can ask it to talk with you in a language, and it will do that. You will talk, the text will go in, Bing will formulate an answer, and then it will respond out loud. And you have an out loud, a conversational back and forth with the AI. You can already do that on Bing for free. You don't need an app, and you can prompt it yourself to do what you need it to. Also, speak with confidence on day 1. If this is day 1, you're learning your new language, day 1, and what are you going to learn that day? I don't know, probably greetings. Okay, so what are we going to talk about day 1? The AI is going to say, to say hello in Spanish, you will say hola, and then you're going to say, okay, hola, and then the app will say hola. Now what? What else are we talking about with confidence on day 1? We got like 5 words maybe. This is not communicative. It's not comprehensible input. It's just them translating things for you. You can already do that. You can look that up anytime you want. All right? Nothing special.
And using real-life conversations. You also get personalized.
If they do use real conversations, simulated conversations, that's not a bad idea. Depends how it happens. I will say, you can see on the screen right here, Buenas tardes, soy Carolina. And then right underneath that, it says in English, good afternoon, I'm Carolina. I don't know if you can turn that off or not, but I would say this. If the main thing you're learning on always has the English translation of it, or whatever, your native language translation, right there with the new phrase and the new language, your brain is so lazy, it's going to ignore the new language. It's going to go straight to the translation, or you will tie meaning to the translation and you're not building understanding in the new language. You're just looking at translations all day. That's not really how learning works. I would not recommend that.
Feedback on your grammar, vocabulary, and communication skills.
Okay, there is a lot of controversy on this point, but not all corrective feedback in a new language that you're trying to learn is even necessarily helpful. The jury's still out on that. It's not 100%, but getting feedback on every little tiny thing that you do, probably not as helpful as just having good input and then focusing on communicating about something. Just want to point that out.
From an AI tutor 24/7. To me, this is the future of language learning.
Random lady here who probably knows nothing about second language acquisition or has never been a teacher. She's decided this is the future of language learning. I don't know. She's probably just a paid actress. It's fine. It's not her fault. It's the company's fault, right?
What do you think?
Also, this last part here, we see like their day 1, day 2. Okay, like I said, day 1, basic greetings. What are we going to talk about? Hola, hola. And then say hola to each other, to the AI who I'm waving to for some reason. They can't see me. I just do that back and forth. And then at the end of the lesson, we're going to say, adios, lesson's over. Good job, day 1. Immersion hacking. I know Spanish now. This makes me so angry. You don't even know. Okay. It's not to say that apps like this don't have something to offer. There could be things that would be genuinely helpful and give you some simulated conversation practice. But AI is still, as powerful as it is in some things, it still has such a long way to go. I will literally have conversations with Google Gemini where I say, hey, can you tell me about this thing in beginner Japanese? And then it'll type it out. And sometimes it will just jam, like in the middle of a sentence, there will be a word or two or a few characters of Korean. Why? The AI doesn't understand that that's wrong. Hello? Like if you talk to any person or you were with a real tutor, that's not going to happen, dude, because the AI is not all there. It is very powerful, but we have to remember that AI is a tool. I think it's also worth pointing out that maybe the woman actually speaks several languages. Now, I sincerely doubt that she learned them using this specific app, but maybe she actually speaks the languages and maybe she doesn't. We only hear like 1 or 2 sentences at most per language. That is exceptionally easy to fake in a few ways. You could have somebody Google Translate a few phrases, listen to the phrase several times, just mimic it the best that you can. Even if you don't really know what they're saying, it's not that hard to do that to an acceptable, understandable level because it's just one phrase. But on top of that, there exists plenty of AI already that you can feed audio and video of yourself talking, and then you can ask that AI to make you speak a different language by giving it a text and having it translate it. It will generate new audio for you in the target language, and it will generate new video, depending on the source video that you gave it, of you speaking that language, meaning most of the time, your face, your lips, your mouth movement will match up with what you're saying in that new language, which is insane. I have an example for you from Wes Roth. He's a YouTuber who covers a lot of AI news. He fed AI some audio and video to go with that, and then he had it make him speak several other languages. Here's a short clip of a few of those.
Pretty good, right? I'm also doing French. Bonjour, mes chers amis. Je suis le légendaire Fantomas. I can also do Russian. Меня зовут Василий Зайцев, и я считаю, что враг у ворот. I decided to learn Spanish as well. Hola, soy Wes. Siempre fui un gran fan de Better Call Saul.
So after seeing that, it is reasonable to understand that a company, especially a company that is using AI for their platform, may very well have done the same thing for their promotion, for their advertisement. And I would like to point out something very specific. If you go to a certain point in this video, there it was, there's 2 spots while she's speaking here that there's some kind of visual glitch on her face. Here's the first one that happens. Here's the second one that happens. You can see there's some kind of weird visual glitch here. I would not be that surprised if this very advertisement was generated using AI. All that is to say that these companies have something to sell you, and whether it's actually good for your language learning or not, if they can catch your interest enough and your faith enough in their product, they can get you to pay for it. I'm here to tell you again, as a language teacher, that there are so many better ways to do this, more natural ways that will work better. And for all the things that they're offering, there's so many free ways to access basically the same thing they're trying to sell you. Please don't pay for things like this. It's not the best way to learn the language. It's not comprehensible input. It's not communicative learning. Vocab review you can do outside of this anyway. So like, what is it really for? So are you really about to get your immersion hack on and suddenly, oh yeah, I just picked up this app and immersion hacked my brain into cyber age, and then all of a sudden I knew 5 languages. Okay, but you get the point. It's language takes a long time and a lot of practice, a lot of study, a lot of listening, a lot of interaction, a lot of communication. That'd be the big one. This is not it. Find the things that you enjoy to learn your language with. I've got videos on my channel to show you how to do that. Plenty of other videos on YouTube to help guide your own learning to do the same thing. Guys, I want you to enjoy learning a language. I want you to learn other languages. Just don't bite on something that's not going to serve you. I don't care if their ad was mentioned in Forbes or whatever I saw on their stupid website, whatever, app store. Ah! Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Go learn some language. Talk to an AI if you want. Just don't pay for it. Okay? Have fun. Until next time. Ciao. Bye. Yeah, okay, buddy.